Hello guys, this is Dirk from algotrade24.com. Algo trading made simple with another market update. Yeah, those of you who were watching and listening this morning heard me saying then that if something special happens on the market, I will update you again. And indeed, this day has become one of the craziest days I have yet encountered in my 22 years of trading the stock and FX markets. So what happened? Or what is the state we are at the moment in? We've seen some big swings in the market today. And let me start with euro dollar. Actually, I said already this morning in the early Asian session we rocketed up all the way, then came down all the way, and what happened really within the last 1 hour is crazy, really absolutely crazy. What we saw is euro dollar actually having a trading window of between 114.70, 113.80, 70, around about this, going back and forth. We were slightly crawling to the upper side, and then all of a sudden we slumped down by over 100 pips. So what happened here really? Because this is quite unusual without economic data. What happened is that the Dow Jones, after opening, it went down in the opening more than 7%. I'm sorry, this is the wrong chart, of course. So the chart we want is this one. So it went down by more than 7% in the opening. So you see, we opened up here, we went all the way down here. Now we're actually gaining some strength again in the Dow Jones to close the gap. And this is leading on the stock markets, at least the American stock markets, to a break in trading. So immediately after opening, or shortly after opening, the trading in the American stock market was put on hold for a couple of minutes, put on hold to let the market participant re-evaluate their orders to get rid of a little bit of a panic. And still a decline of 7% in the opening. This is the largest decline we've had in 10 years in the American stock markets. And of course, this led to turmoils worldwide. So we saw the same reaction here in the DAX, typical the German DAX here, still a little bit more on the lower side than the Dow Jones. We have a huge gap here. Again, this is like 30% down from where we came, and big slump this morning also on the oil markets. So we had a gap opening. Oil closed on Friday here around $41, opened around $31. Imagine this, the oil market, one of the biggest markets worldwide, $10 over the weekend, in minus a 30%, 30% decline on the oil market. This is crazy. Of course, it's nice when you have to gas up at the gas stations, because the oil price is probably going to be, or your gasoline price is going to be a little bit lower, but still, this of course shows in what turmoil the worldwide economy is at the moment, and that actually the market participant, that importers, exporters are expecting this trend because of the coronavirus, obviously, of less imports, less exports to continue. Now, as I said, I've been since 1998 on the markets, have been trading stocks, have been trading forex, have mostly been trading everything there is. Actually, except oil, I've never traded oil in my life. But what we see here, this is really a sign of panic. And it's important in a situation like this, as difficult as it is, to keep a clear head. Now, the smartest option in a situation like this, if you cannot handle the heat, let me say like this, if you cannot handle a position massively going against you right after opening, is always stand on the sideline. Don't do anything. This is the smart move. If you're in a situation where you still think like, okay, high volatility means high chances, which is absolutely right, then you gotta be smart. You gotta really trade those resistance and support lines. You gotta keep your stop loss very tight, at least if you want to trade a little bit longer term. And as an algo trader, which trades a lot of intraday, things of course long term for me means everything you want to hold more than a couple of hours. And I don't want to mention if you want to hold on to positions for more than a month or more than a year even, things are totally different then of course. But if you want to play this intraday, like stick to the support and resistance lines. And we can actually very well again see here what happened there. We had, when euro dollar was climbing up, it made a halt almost perfectly at this resistance line. This resistance line is a resistance line from the daily charts. So it's nothing I pulled like out of my butt. It's something where the market was holding before. So this has quite some significance. And what you could have done here, if you were fast enough, is you could have shorted euro dollar with a stop loss right here above, because you then have a very very good um, return on investment, because you're probably, if you short it here at 114.80, you put your stop loss at 114, let's say 19.2, 92 or 95 even, you risk 15 pips, but you have a return on investment, because if the market bounces off here with volatility like this, it's for sure going down here, or it's very likely to go down here. Nothing is for sure in the market. So you risk 15 or 20 pips with a potentially, what is it, like 50 or 60 pips you can gain. This is actually the trades intraday traders are looking for. Now, in terms of algo trading, what happened today is this was actually the best day so far we had in algo trading. Why is that so? Because what we like to see is the market swinging up and down, up and down, up and down, because you have a lot of imbalances in your order volume. Yeah, you have a lot of imbalances where you kind of know, like, okay, the market should go 5, 10, 15 pips higher now, because there's still a lot of institutional orders that has not been fed to the markets, but it isn't at the moment. Nonetheless, after this slump here and good profits, we had some accounts today that really made like 2, 3, 4, 5%, and we decided to turn our algos off because we don't know what is going to really happen in terms of surprising news, so-called black swans for the rest of the day. Black swan meaning like bad news coming out of a direction nobody's really expecting. Like something like, okay, the US is going to shut down the stock markets for the rest of the week, not going to export anything anymore. I'm making things up, right, of course, obviously, right now. But this is called a black swan event. And of course, we want not to be caught in events like this. So in this case, we earned some good money today with our algo trading. And now we're going to stand on the sideline, see how the market is behaving for the rest of the day, see how the market is behaving in the Asian session tomorrow morning. Yeah, and then most likely be back on the markets. As always, I'm going to update you again should like new developments come up. If not, here you're again on Wednesday for our next market update. Until then, please be safe. Don't blow your account in a market like this. It's not worth it if you're maybe unsure what to do in a situation like this, if you react emotionally to market patterns and market swings like at the moment. Until then, have a good time. Bye bye, your Dirk.